work. Dix was
As Joe is now out. Koja's gonna get brought
फोर्थ
back.
मैच हमारा चल रहा है अभी.
More than 13 minutes into the game, there really isn't much
teams
more real
भाई
estate
बहुत
left.
अच्छा खेल रहे हैं.
Dinoculus used by
और
Team
अभी
Impact
बिट
Gaming
भाई
scans out the
टॉपर थी,
entirety
अब
of
टैग आ चुकी है.
SAUL, just hogging TV tower.
ठीक है, देखते हैं भाई. लास्ट जोन की फाइट है.
TAG, is this
ऊपर
gonna
से
be the
टैग भर
rush?
के मार रही है, बट
Yeah, they
पूरा
have
चांस
to.
है भाई
They're
टैग
so
के
far
मरने का,
out of the
क्योंकि
zone as well. PLS1 gets knocked down here, but Jack
उनको भाई
wants to
नीचे
see
नहीं
one
आने
again.
देंगे ये
Those
लोग.
shots,
लो भाई,
falls. Zahil Jet takes a lot of
एक बंदा
damage. They
डाउन.
do manage to
भाई
put down
खत्म,
these blue
टैग
walls
खत्म होगी
and
भाई
try
पक्का.
to turn things around. But somehow
पूरे
through all
chances
of that,
हैं
the
भाई.
Falcons also are just in trouble with Keroro being the last few members alive and knocked out.
Wow, the rotation there from TAG. The fact that no one went down means that they get a second chance, but how do you
नाइस नाइस. ऊपर
get
से
out of
सोल
this
भाई
situation?
दबा
There is
के
the
मार
low
रही
ground.
हैं.
They find cover. TAG again making good
टैग
on
भाई
that
बच चुकी है.
movement. And Shoto will find a roll Koja out in the open. Give him number 8,
डाउन
man.
एक बंदा बैठ गया.
15 eliminations for TAG, and they're still hungry for more.
Yeah,
ओ
healthy
भाई
as well.
TAG की
The only
15
thing
एलिमिनेशंस
stopping
हैं
them
और
right now
बिट
is
के
just
13 है.
positioning, but good change.
सबसे ज्यादा तो भाई
Especially
टॉपर
since
TAG के ही
GD
चल
might
रहे
be
हैं.
in prime position to take some
Nice,
fight from
nice,
different
nice.
teams. Regardless, DRS
काफी
also
crazy.
close by, but no one going for full commits. But TAG decides to take the fight to GD's front door. Gun
देखते भाई
Dynasty now in
किसका
trouble,
बेटर
stuck
परफॉर्मेंस होने
inside a
वाला है.
small little corner,
अभी तो
cannot
TAG का
move
चल रहा
at
है.
all. Forced to reposition as SAUL decides to chunk them down for a different angle. But they
I
do
think यही
manage to
चलेगा.
reposition because DRS pressuring SAUL from the other side.
This is gonna get messy in just a little bit. Shoto finally gunned down by Bunny as he spams away. KD got tagged as well. The captain and the star player down. And this could be the undoing for TAG because SAUL do not want them to get too far ahead and is starting to break
काफी
down
अच्छा
the
परफॉर्मेंस दिखाते हुए
foundations
सारी
of
टीम.
Apex Gaming.
5
So much
टीम्स वो
pressure
6
and
टीम्स
the
ऑलरेडी
circle
भाई
shift
एलिमिनेट हो
is
चुकी हैं.
coming. C-Bank,
आई थिंक ये 12 मैचेस होंगे जिसमें से 4 मैच तो हो चुके हैं.
able to get that elim. Must be frustrating, but able to reposition. And throughout all that, Prati and David from Gun Dynasty also fall. It's hectic on the other side of the map here, but I have to say for Seebeck, this is a huge window of opportunity with this later rotation. He hasn't been spotted out at all.
Yeah, unfortunately for TAG, they're sort of constantly stuck with SAUL and DRS. Gun Dynasty out in 6th spot.
टैग के 3 प्लेयर्स हैं. बिट का केवल एक बंदा बचा हुआ है. हो सकती है प्रॉब्लम बिट को. एक बंदा क्या ही करेगा. अभी चांसेस भाई सोल के हैं क्योंकि उसके पूरे बंदे अलाइव हैं अभी तक. वो रस होते हुए टैग वर्सेस सोल. बिट का एक अकेला बंदा भाई जोन कवर करते हुए.
Wolvin barely alive right now. HP gonna be able to... No, not able to. And that point goes straight to SAUL.
Nice movement.
Excited to be able to take down one of the giants in the lobby. Our top 4 already here with SAUL.
अभी भी भाई पूरे 4 प्लेयर्स
Numbers
अलाइव हैं.
advantage in their hands.
चांसेस भाई इनको ही मिलते हैं सबसे ज्यादा.
Space as well.
ये
The
वॉन
high
करें ये वाला
ground in
मैच.
their favor. Alu does try to come close here, but Kutush not aware that C-Bank is close by. One knock is here. Rahat barely alive. And they try to rally back.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing here, Tash?
What?
This could be a potential South Asian lobby.
कितना अच्छा
And I'm
खेल
all for it. We've lost DRS Gaming,
अब इसको
but
प्रॉब्लम
there's
होगी.
still the Indians and the Bangladeshis here, TEC and SAUL.
खत्म.
Sebang is really good in hiding. Trying to heal up, but the blue zone's gonna push him out of
बंदे ने
position.
सुपर मेडिकेट
SAUL on
लगाई
the
और
rush, Jack on
वॉन
Rahat.
करते कवर करते हुए.
SAUL,
बट अभी भी
they have a good chance.
नाइस एक
Indians
बंदा
looking
बचा
to be
है.
on top. Sebang with
बिट
the
का
first
एक
double on
बंदा
the
बचा
Jack,
है और
but
सोल के
SAUL,
भी
they have the numbers,
3
they've done
प्लेयर्स
it.
अलाइव हैं.
It's their turn now
Nice.
on that list. SAUL scores a booyah here in Paris.
South Asia rally back,
जैसा ही
rise
मैंने बोला
up,
था,
looking so
Soul team
good
जाएगी
through
इस
these
बार.
past few maps. And
काफी अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस दिखाई
SAUL
लास्ट
wanting
में.
to join in on that and show us that they too belong here. Crazy work coming from them to be able to survive as a squad and remain healthy. On top of that as well, a huge chunk of elimination points just really boost them forward.
They now have a chance to be actual contenders threats to the top 4. But one thing has remained a constant so far.
Really nice.
TAG, I think they had 17 eliminations before they got wiped out. Team Vitality, another podium performance here. So these constants is going to be the key ingredients for them to make it to the grand finals.
भाई वन शॉट गन है
nothing
जो कि
short
भाई
of
काफी अच्छी है
impressed. I am
लास्ट
now
वाले
a big
जोन
fan.
में
I
होनी
mean, I
चाहिए
was
भाई
a
एक बंदे के
fan.
पास
I'm already a big fan.
Right.
I'm an even bigger fan.
काफी हेल्प होती है
अंधा हुआ ओए वो
हेड मार दिया उनका
देख के बॉल नहीं है बॉल नहीं है
कोई ना आ गया
माता
हेड मार बंदे भाई अलग
Man,
ही
you can
फॉर्म
see
में
them just really cool, calm, and collected throughout all of that. And it's a huge win for this team. If anything, right now, I agree with you. These constants, we're starting to see
लगता
which
है भाई
teams
कौन
are
फोर
able to
टीम्स
make it
हैं
all the
जो
way
कि
till the end. We're
क्वालीफाई
starting to see
होंगी
which teams are more
ग्रैंड फाइनल
aggressive
में
in
जाने के
terms
लिए
in
कमेंट करके
collecting all
जरूर
of these
बताना
eliminations. After all, a nice combination and mix of the eliminations and these placements will be able to launch these teams forwards. And I'm really excited to see the overall score, to see which teams are on top. But the match standings here, there, you saw 18 and 17 from both these teams, outnumbering
Solid
Team Vitality and
18
even Team
eliminations.
Falcons that the
Coffee
desk was
nice,
just
coffee
really
nice.
hyping up as the favorites.
Yeah, I mean, this is just the start of the day. You know, it's not like they warmed
Topper
up
चल
and then
रही
they
है क्या
started,
ये?
you know, grinding their gears. No,
ऐसे
no,
ये
no.
ग्रुप ए में
We are
टॉपर
not
चल
even at
रही
the
है
halfway point. Out of the 4 Booyah so far in the survival stage, 3 of them have gone to India.
और वो
Yeah.
We have a lot of Free Fire fans on site and watching from the comforts of their home. You can quote me. India on top right now. They're doing better than Thailand. They're doing better than Vietnam. They're doing better than
कौन
everyone
सी टीम
else
आप लोगों को
so
लगता
far
है कि भाई
today.
क्वालीफाई होंगी ग्रैंड
You
फाइनल के
know,
लिए
we had a conversation
कमेंट
with
करके
AJ
जरूर
and he just
बताना
said that, you know, wanted to see
But
South
भाई,
Asia,
playing तो भाई
India,
एक
and all
नंबर
of these
थी
teams
यार,
just
solid.
really just put up a fight.
Really?
I mean, after all, it has been a
बंदों ने जो
while
last में
since they
दिखाया
have
ना,
come to the big
हाँ.
stage, right? But now, you know, they have not only exceeded expectations,
Wait
you
करते हैं,
could
चलिए,
really
sixth
tell they
match का
came here
start
to
होता है.
win it.
They 100% did. But we talk about the star of the show, the star of Team Apex Gaming, which is Shoto. And guess what? We've got him. So let's hear what he has to say.
Yes, we do have him live right here on the main stage from Team Apex Gaming. We have got Shoto joining me. Shoto, we've got to talk a little bit about Day 1 and your progress as a team into Day 2 and now Day 3. Day 1 was, let's face it, it was pretty difficult for you guys. Day 2, you picked up the pace, a few booyahs, and now today, you guys are playing incredibly well. What's changed from Day 1 through to now?
On day 1, we planned some things, but that didn't go as planned. So on day 2, we studied the other teams and we played.
Just made adjustments throughout each day. Have you changed anything from yesterday to today?
Yes, we changed drop points.
Change in drop points. Okay, now I do want to ask you as well. I had the opportunity yesterday to talk to your family in the stands. We had a really nice chat. To tell you the truth, I think it's the same in a lot of esports, right? Your dad didn't quite understand esports, so didn't really understand whether or not to support you through it. Now he's here and he told me he's your biggest fan. What's it like having your family here supporting you while you're here on the main stage doing what you love?
Like, I'm really feeling proud that my family is supporting my passion.
And that's it.
जल्दी
A
से
man
करो,
of
भाई,
few
fifth
words,
match
but don't worry
start.
about it, Shoto. You guys can do all the talking on the battlefield. Now, congratulations on everything so far. Spud me, my man. Stay right here. But for now, we're gonna head back to the studio very shortly. We've got more Free Fire action after this.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Free Fire at EWC 26. I'm here with Glitter Explosion, the person that's currently in first place with the golf competition that we're having. And since you're in first place, I need to find a way to redeem myself.
I don't know if it's possible, but I'm gonna let you try.
If I can't win, somebody's gonna win for me. We got Husky, Lucifer shooting basketballs. How about this?
Yeah.
You pick somebody for your
Okay.
team. I'll pick somebody for my team. Whoever actually scores a bucket gets a point.
I just heard one go in.
Like, sorry,
I don't know who
only
shot it,
shot.
but I heard one go in.
Tag button को
Okay.
tag कर दो.
Well, you're winning right now, so I'll let you pick first. Who are you gonna pick?
I'm picking Husky.
Husky?
Yeah.
Okay. Lucifer, you're on my team, baby.
Husky, you're on my team.
You guys get a chance to decide who's gonna be going first as you're in the lead.
All right, fine. Husky, what do you want to do?
Let's go first.
Oh,
That's what we like to hear.
man. Okay, all right. Let's see if you actually make it, Husky.
Get out of there, Seven. Leave him alone.
I'm gonna do this.
The key ingredients for them to make it to the grand finals. And I gotta say, I am nothing short of impressed. I am now a big fan. I mean, I was a fan. I'm already a big fan.
Right.
A bit off. Okay, you know
Both
what?
hit the rim.
Well,
Both hit the rim. That sounds like a tie.
you're still in the lead.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. I hate it. Well, newsflash, Glitter, you're actually not on the lead anymore for golf. It's that man right there. He's on my team, and he's also beating me in that one. But right now, honestly, the storyline for Free Fire at EWC 26 Survival is India. We have gotten a booyah from every single Indian team.
Feels unreal. When me and Husky were on the desk yesterday casting these games, and when Tag got the very first booyah, he mentioned this is history being made. While that went into my mind and all the viewers who were watching back in India, I realized one thing. This is not just history being made by Tag, but it is them paving way for the future. And you could see what just happened. Total Gaming getting the very first booyah. Now SATL following that suit. And that is not just India, but even South Asia getting close in that lobby.
And it's the confidence that the squads are playing with. We saw Tag willing to take the early fight with Vitality. Out of all the squads, usually we would see them maybe being shy from it. They were like, nah, we want the smoke.
Yeah, I mean, and they're just waiting for the opportunity really to
Jaldi
eliminate
karo,
Vitality.
bhai,
That is
jaldi
the
karo.
greatest threat in this lobby right now. And it seems like it is working. Though
Match
they
देखना भाई,
are
इनको
not
fifth
familiar with
वाला.
drop as well rotation
तीन
of
सबसे
Southeast
ज़्यादा भाई,
Asia,
अच्छा
because we were
खेलती है.
talking about that, right?
और सोल ने
Southeast
भाई,
Asia is familiar of Southeast
ये
Asia.
game
South
change
Asia is
किया है.
familiar of South Asia. And they are going against each other. But I'm
बहुत
really
अच्छा है
loving
भाई,
that
बहुत
final
अच्छा.
situation where despite of all the pressure, there's still some fight in them.
Yeah, because I did not expect that we, Fatality, can outlive Tag actually, because we only had one person down in that game. We only had Chi-Bang, and he showed great, you know, way of playing where he himself was on stealth mode. He tried to take one person at a time to face. And I mean, let's take a look at the highlight one more time. That is just amazing what he did. 5 elimination points. That is so great.
I know you want to talk about this one. Neptune, the M249.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've seen this used very often, especially in recent time.
Yeah.
M249, who's worried about Riptide Ridden? If you have the M249 to break down all those glue walls, it cleared the way for SAUL. Buddy was just in there rocking it and just sitting in one corner. No one can get away from
ये
him.
replay चल रहा है.
I don't have my lasso here, but with the M249, he was rounding up every squads down there. That's what he ended up doing. Buddy, brilliant job coming in from his end. And towards the end, while you mentioned about Sibeng, right? The end fight that we ended up witnessing was almost South Asia versus Sibeng. That's all it was.
Yep, Sibeng was carrying his team and carrying Southeast Asia. And I mean, take a look at this point. 58 elimination points from Team Fatality right now. We have the same amount of Booyah 1. So basically, this is Conchita versus Lucifer.
Well, right now, it's also that top 4 squads wanting to make sure they go to the finals. And the crazy thing is that we have SAUL Esports tied with Team Secret.
Yes, Team Secret is something that I really been keeping an eye for, because I feel like
Just
they
I'm
need to
changing
wake
thumbnail.
up. I mean, they had 21 points before, and now they have 35. They do need to take a lot more focus on the
एक
next
मिनट,
game,
thumbnail को
because
change
the
करते हैं.
first game and the second game, it wasn't too great for them. I mean, they only got like single point eliminations, 8 or 9. So they do
ये
need
क्या
to
कर
like
रहा? Damn.
take it up a notch.
Well,
e-sport
let's see
को
though.
just
I mean, they
देख रहा हूँ।
really can bring it up a notch right now, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done. A lot of teams are really trying their
Enjoy.
best to put them down.
Team
Yeah,
Apex
I think
Gaming,
especially when already
95
Team Secret
points.
is being spoken about,
Team
Total
Apex-
Gaming need to pick
Apex
that
Gaming,
pace.
भाई,
They need the points.
95
Earlier,
points
before
हैं
this, the
और
storyline
62
was between Team
eliminations.
Secret and Total Gaming, where Total Gaming were looking better.
Yeah.
They were up on the rank, but now they've been pushed out.
Okay, सबसे
That
ज़्यादा भाई
is, yes,
उसके
South
Apex
Asia is
Gaming
rising
भाई
up the ranks.
topper
They're
चल
picking
रही
up
है।
the competition, the fights as well. We ended up seeing Straw
ये जा
Hats
सकती
trying
है।
to do their own. We
Grand
also
final
spoke
के
about
लिए।
Shocked earlier. So a lot of things happening at that point while Southeast Asia.
Out of the top two squads, you can now start seeing a bit of a sponge point there towards the top. Don't forget, top four will move on to the finals, but those top two teams just absorbing so many points from all the other squads, and the squads that are currently on that second page. After this next match, we're going to be hit the halfway point. You don't get to go back to the hotel. You don't get to go back and VOD review and take your sweet time. No, you need to start performing, and if not, we're going to have to start counting some of these teams out.
True, because when we're talking about the Southeast Asian teams, we know how dominating they was, especially on a group stage day one. They were literally all over the place. So right now, we need them to refocus, I think, and show them, show the world what they're really made of. And the next match is Solara, so I'm so excited for my friends in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, Purgatory, the game 5. What are we looking on that one?
Oh well, Solara, Purgatory, there's a lot of things that need to be done right now, especially in this map of game number 5. Like, Purgatory, this is where a lot of chaos will be happening. Even in first game, we saw this cute flight path, and we saw how a lot of teams fail there. This map, like I would say, 40% a skewed flight path might happen. It's not only that, even the final circle might end up in the water. We've seen that in several days within this week.
Yeah, there could be a lot in terms of the flight path, especially as you can see the players themselves, right? They're taking a look at what happened in the previous games, especially rotations as well. Which team is going to be where? Because we already saw on states when Shoto mentioned that we've changed our drop spots. That's something that teams are going to be checking on. Do we have a newer challenger, maybe a drop clash happening, and that's what they want to change and figure out to better their strategies. As you said, Seven, it is the last chance on survival stage.
Well, let's see though. I mean, I'm looking at my stats right now, the numbers in Purgatory and Team Apex Gaming. They'd get a booyah in here, and out of all the teams in a survival stage, they're the ones on top. So it seems like Team Apex Gaming will still get it once again.
I really like it that while you all say that it's tag is at top, their hashtag is also tag on top, and they are doing it. That's the best way possible for us to see here, and for India back home. Everybody's happy for them, because this is what I think once India made it to the global stage, in the very first representation, they wanted to make sure they make a statement. And oh boy, 3 teams all out loud there.
But honestly, I mean, we're talking about India. I do read some articles that India is actually very big, and I'm so glad that they finally made it to international level. So, because international level, sorry, what was that? Again, I'm just so excited talking about you guys, because after the 2 or 3 years break, it was so nice to finally see the new talents and the strength that India have. I mean, just take a look at the comment sections. Most of our viewers are Bangladeshi, Indians. They're everywhere.
They're definitely going to be everywhere. And you were mentioning that hashtag tag on top. Don't forget the hashtag EWC and hashtag EWC26 as well, because I know tag's owner, none other than Jonathan, he's going to be looking like, oh yeah, we might be going, oh, you know what? We're definitely going to be going to the finals. What are you expecting? Because Lucifer, I know after next match, you're going to go back to casting. You can see some of the comments there. Vitality, I mean, they've definitely been performing well. So far today, 8 placement points average every single match. And then eliminations, 14.5. That is just ridiculous. Now, when we go back to the Indian squads, because I was saying you are going to go back to casting after this next match, what are you expecting for them to finish like? Obviously, you want them to finish strong.
I think while we were already mentioning, and you spoke about, 1 is there, what about 2? And now the 3rd one's entered into the question.
This man's greedy.
Maybe we want to take it all. That's what we want to do at the global stage here. And I think it has been coming. It's a pressure that was there on everybody's shoulder, and they had to step it up, and it had to be the IGLs itself, these long-range sniper players. And that's what I was mentioning. KD God, look at him, 10,000 plus damage is what he's delivered. You mentioned about that. That is crucial. When your IGL is able to take off so much burden, the players are able to play freely. That gives them those chances, and that's the reason Shoto went all out in this game, if you saw.
Absolute cinema. I know somebody else put that, but it's pretty much exactly what's currently happening with this
Start
squad.
करो भाई जल्दी
On the
से।
opposite side, we had Nepal, and they were able to perform pretty good in that last match. But we did see something out of Nepal, Neptune, and that was that they might have been playing it too passive. Considering that when we're talking about tag, they have 62 points. Feel like if correct me if I'm wrong too, the lobby feels way more aggressive.
Yeah, it is. I mean, last day of some of the teams right here, so that makes it more difficult for them. For Nepal, I know they're excited to be in here. Day number 1, they were showing up, but now this can potentially be the last day, so they are just bringing it all out. Hopefully, they're not that pressured.
Yeah, no camping, no playing it slow. Take notes after what some of the other teams are doing. Make sure you get those eliminations. Tash, Bunny.
अब स्टार्ट होगा भाई मैच हमारा।
Tash, Bunny, Husky, this is your last.
जो है वो भारत की अलग अलग टीमों को प्राप्त हुआ। पहला मुकाबला
10 मैच होंगे।
टोटल गेमिंग ने जीता था, दूसरा मुकाबला इंडोनेशिया की।
क्या हुआ है डेटा? परगेटरी, नेस्ट्रा, वर्मडा, कलारी, सोलारा, परगेटरी। ओ 2 मैच बचे हैं क्या ओनली? नहीं, अभी तो भाई पूरे पड़े हुए हैं। हाँ, सोल स्पोर्ट्स ने जीता अभी 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 6 मैचेस ऑलमोस्ट।
कैलिकी और फैल्कन्स ने भी अभी तक
And then the big separation.
Okay, match start हो चुका है
got
हमारा।
Team Falcons. So if this continues, it's going to be a slightly more challenging for teams like Team Secret, DRS, and everyone else to catch up.
You know, this is what things that's super interesting as well. Because you know that the South Asian teams want to continue the streak, but at the same time, I've just seen the comments like everyone's super excited for the usual teams like Brazil, like say Thailand and everything else between. When you are in this situation, you want to be able to break this streak. And from what I've seen so far, South Asia not only is streaking, but they are also on a very hot streak.
Total Gaming और लेवन भाई एक ही जगह पर फाइट होते हुए दबाकर देखते हैं भाई कौन बीट करता है एक दूसरे को।
But for now, be able to reposition where Shanky will be able to get knocked down here. Still very methodical as TG made a big mistake of peeking out one by one.
दो बंदों ने भाई TG के 2 बंदे डाउन कर दिए। एक बंदा बचा है लास्ट।
I'm almost certain that it was on purpose by TG. Took a gamble and lost it. But I believe TAG also doing the same, dropping onto Aurora. The South Asian teams emboldened.
अबे TG उतरते ही मरने वाली है। ले भाई।
Converting it more. TG though.
TG eliminate भाई उतरते ही।
Expedition will be the first team to get wiped out.
काफी शॉकिंग ब्रो, काफी।
Very unfortunate situation.
TG उतरते ही भाई
Lion already so good on fire. Gonna have to
अच्छा
take
खेला है
their
टीम
next
ने।
matchup here.
नाइस।
Team Secret
TS भी आ चुकी है अभी।
managing to be able to just equalize here, bringing back teammate into the game. Even
versus
Peerless Fun somehow getting one more member to the name. Lion though will be rounding back. Joker has been so good on these long range fights. Peerless Fun forced to move away and straight into Joker's cross there. And Joker not only getting a knock but also another elimination point in the bag. And this is a great start for this team. A bit quiet early today, but this start should propel them in terms of momentum forward.
Incredible stuff so far. I mean, it started with them basically almost getting a full wipeout on TG. And they sort of converted it into
elimination निकालते हुए
pieces. Sorora actually eliminated
उतरते ही भाई 5 मिनट नहीं हुए 6 एलिमिनेशन निकाल लिए हैं इस टीम ने, जो कि काफी नाइस है, क्रेजी है।
continues. We say backstab train.
TG भाई उतरते ही
team tailing behind Aurora Gaming is actually TAG that ran into them early on. So it might just keep on paying forward right now.
Interestingly enough, this area is just so hot right now. It feels like everyone that just meets up with Lion is just falling like flies. Great shot onto Zeus as well, not aware where Joker has been holding on. And I have to say, this hold and positioning coming in from Lion allows them not only crossfires, but also be able to go for these trades in case need to be. But Jun is rallying back. He wants to start something here, wants to be able to flush away Joker from this corner. Forced to move away, takes a bit of damage, but also being able to bring Zeus back into the game, but pays for it with his life.
Yeah, Jun actually beat Joker in that. So a positive outcome. The chrono time turner slightly late. That's gonna potentially cost Azrael. Axel though trying to back up his teammate. Glads a shot. always reliable as a pillar of Aurora Gaming. Now the rescue mission begins. He's Games King. That's the tag. Give it second in a row. The Axel going big right now. And Jun back into the equation. Aurora Gaming stand tall.
This is looking real good as well. Aurora finally being able to be a little bit methodical with how they play here. Nice crossfires, three-way hold. Almost like a pizza cutter shape if you think about it. Hot. And now they are the ones trying to just run away for dear life. As for DRS now in trouble, the Valendash used! And TEC being able to just really reap the benefits here. But they're not done. They know where Takuri and Pratik are. Forces them away with the utility and those nades. But taking this very, very slow. 3 elims already in the bag. Also aware that Vitality also joining in the fight. Koja will be here first, stealing away some members of DRS somewhere through there, reaping the benefits and the hard work of TEC. And Koja putting in the pressure. Rahat solo forward. His teammate not able to cross up another. Dix here with the Valendash, breaking down all the walls and cleans up the rest of the team.
DRS out from the game as well. The double sniper setup from Team Vitality paying off. Completely uncontested in the situation. And it's also pretty unfortunate that TEC didn't have an answer to that. Dela gets to the vending machine. The revive train will start. SAUL doing the same as well. As they did run in the team secret. Bunny into GD, gets a trade. No confirmation there.
Oh.
At least not for SAUL. TEC removed.
A lot of stuff happening right now. Shiro also getting knocked. But for now, for the rest of these teams here, Aurora wanted to go in for this fight a bit more here. David on the outer side might be found out here by Zeus, but his team and him, nice tag team going on there as well. Coming in together as a unit, double swings, triple swings, throwing in those bodies, not allowing or giving any moment to chance. GD, one member left, walks straight into the crosshairs of Team Aurora there. So not able to survive or get away with it, even giving some extra points. The very least, Shiro is still alive. Just go for a reset, bring back the teammates into the game.
I believe Lion might pay a second visit to Aurora. As they did show up. Joker trying to run away. I believe he almost got ran down by both Jun and Zeus in that vehicle. Kororo from far, that's off screen. So Tyridum actually went wide just a little bit. Joker out in the open, and Jun finds a shot here. The rest of his teammates from the side of Lion, they don't really have the clearest of angles as Axel pins down Della. Separation done very, very well. Aurora Gaming isolating the individual players. Strip Tyrant out, Games King flushed out into the open. Tagged again. They call for Jun to turn around. Games King gets knocked down.
Another just rush forward. Joker that somehow managed to cross over, but could be dangerous as Della here joins in on the fray. Aurora, 2 members gonna be marking him, gonna cross through together. Too much damage dealt, and even onto the other side, Joker not able to hold on.
Yeah, unfortunate for Joker, he got hit by the thrill of battle as well, I believe. The A124 to disable whatever abilities that he has. Again, Lion, like you pointed out earlier on, they started off good with multiple eliminations, but ever since then, there's nothing but a whimper. And Aurora, they are rocking at 11, their best round so far. I mean, yesterday they did set a record for the most eliminations and total points in a single game. So let's see, I mean, if they get the second win, the stars align this game, we might see that record again. Vitality now firing on the Straw Hats.
Yeah, and aggressive as heck as well. The Straw Hats forced to move away into a tiny corner of that zone. But Vitality wants to go in for that chase. Koja always out there with the opening, and the Straw Hats were just not ready for them in that cross down. No reaction means space given to Vitality to be able to just rush forward here. Dix rushes through Valorant, perfectly done for a double. And the collapse is so good on the Straw Hats. Possibly not anticipating how aggressively Team Vitality will be able to just overcome them.
And this was something that I believe Neptune and Lucifer discussed earlier on. The Bond of Eclipse in the hands of Koja as they changed their playstyle from not having just double snipers, but having a very aggressive front. So the bottom of Eclipse plus the Valiant Dash, you break down the glue walls, and you use the Ray ability on your enemies. It instantly erases them from the fight. And they are making really good on that. And I remember talking to Ma'ao, and Ma'ao said this is probably a Clash Squad exclusive, but Team Vitality are trying to bring that potential into Battle Royale. So far, the results have been positive.
Bit nervous with this rotation coming in from Team Vitality. It does cross by SAUL. Could potentially run into Team Secret and GD as well. So, since all of them are on this one vehicle, I'm just worried it's gonna be not so great for them, but I don't think they're gonna be caught out quite yet. Regardless, as we go straight to the circle here, there's just so many teams there where Vitality is. And I think they're a bit aware that someone might be close by.
Just checking back on the radar, TAG making a very, very late rotation this time. Coming in from the south side. They've been doing this for the past few rounds, but this time the pace is slightly slower than what we're used to. Vitality against Secret. Another rematch now on the mountain, on the hill. Vitality opting to go for the low ground. And that means that Team Secret will get a bit of an advantage as the Blues one closes in again. But even for Team Secret, they don't really want to push the advantage. Relying on the UAV to scout out for intel, as both them and Vitality part ways in opposite directions.
No one really wants to commit on this fight, and TAG, this rotation is just looking really rough on them as well. You start to see SAUL putting in a bit more pressure as they try to rotate into the area. They do make it in there though, and this is where things get interesting because Noor currently doesn't really have the support from his teammates. Troll out there in the open, so they are in a position to trade off one another. And on top of that as well, you can see Vitality definitely hearing the sounds, rotate over toward them as well.
Look at this split from TAG. They definitely know that there's a third team around. This troll is all the way, KD gone. Bit of a boost, just enough to get into the safety of his teammates. The warm embrace of the glue wall. Riptide Rhythm out from Joe. It's gonna catch Sayujan on the cross. Another one out. Now TAG out in the open. The Chrono Dome keep them alive and healthy. TAG forced to backtrack and retrace their step. The captain now down, Sibank. Gets the confirmation here. Sayujan fouled by Joel. Get a double snipers from angles that look skilled. TAG into the dens, into the hornet's nest. Diggs does get taken out. But can the star of TAG make a magic happen? Shoto down low, Koja full health, explosives in the hand, out close range. Joel again with the pick-off. TAG out.
Yeah. And it's loud down there, especially since TAG has been an unstoppable force for the last few maps. And Vitality very happy with this outcome, really doubling down in the situation. But now they are in trouble. Don't have space in the zone and pressured by the Falcons as well. Who've definitely been waiting for the right timing to stop the rampage coming in from the Hornets.
Falcons have been quiet so far. Only 3 eliminations on the board, but a change of playstyle, I think, after the past 2 rounds where the aggression ended up being detrimental to them. They are now trying to play for the late game. They're going to run into Lion first. First encounter, but Lion has bested them early on, I believe, on game 2. Pina, good angle. Limit wants to join him as well.
मुझे लगता है ये जोन से नहीं निकलने देंगे.
And Lion, but Lion is
अब ये लोग इधर से प्रॉब्लम
get
क्रिएट
into the
करेंगे.
circle as quick as possible.
But प्रॉब्लम इनको ही हो रही है.
Alive at the end of
सामने से
that,
भाई
on fire,
स्नाइपिंग कर
making
रहा है
sure
इनका
to put
on
in
fire.
that pressure. Joker as well, taking a lot of damage.
Nice.
But nice shot coming through here, knocking down one of the members from the Falcons. So the Falcons, not only did they try to pressure, but out of all of that, losing 2 members in that process. Being able to get into the zone is going to be painful, but they still shoot back here with one of the members of Lion dropping into their pockets. But Joker will pay for his life. Pina knocked down as well. Both teams
Leon team comeback करते हुए
hitting each other and paying the price.
Team finish.
Unfortunately, in this case,
Team finish.
Limit left with the devices again. Limit, good on 1.
Okay.
Do it this time. Do it again on the biggest of stage. Recovery done by Lion. A 2v1 situation. Limit doesn't really have much left in the bank as well. 8 glue walls. 10 med kits.
लेवन के भी 2 बंदे ले.
But so much open area to cover.
Ooh.
So there's no chance there. Della finds the 11th point for the team.
We only started to see Falcons come online just a few moments ago, and as soon as they showed their hands, suddenly they're in trouble. And somehow through that, the Falcons were trying to shut down the Hornets, but it's the Hornets that still survived till the end. Regardless, times are ticking, shifts of the zone is coming. And Vitality really taking their time, knowing that Team Secret is close by. Lion somehow still surviving as well through that chaos. Still alive as a 2. There are so many times that Games King nearly getting knocked down, being able to stabilize.
And we've talked about certain constants so far in the survival stage, and Vitality has been that constant.
लेवन के भाई 2 बंदे बचे हैं और VIT finish.
More than prepared.
ओ भाई TS ने ऊपर से भाई गजब का कवर दिया और अब ये 2 बंदे भाई VIT लेवन के बचे हैं जो कि अब मुश्किल है भाई इनका बचना. तीनों तरफ से भाई दबा के इनको पड़ने वाली है.
Now Team Secret very happy with this outcome. Gonna try and take this fight up against Gun Dynasty. Gonna be opening it up here with the utility. Some chip damage to come through, but Gun Dynasty making sure to hunker down.
Yes, और GD भाई आमने सामने.
Setup is fast. It is broken with the Valiant dash forward, but will go down. To Team Secret, ready to receive, rushes forward and crunches them 1 by 1. Completely overwhelming the rest of Gun Dynasty.
Yep. Up against the Prodigy in the name of T-Koi as well.
अच्छा पोस्ट दिया भाई इन लोगों ने.
They did get rid of Hongam, but that's pretty much it. GD now stuck in a rock and a hard place. Intervention coming in. Aurora, they want to join the fight.
और पीछे से AUR फायदा उठाती है. वाह.
12 eliminations on the board. Something that was highlighted early on when they get the second win. They might be able to do it. T-Koi steps on the landmine. Nan goes down. T-Koi to follow Aurora, reaping the rewards and make it 16 and counting.
They're just so aggressive and great timing as well.
काफी
Different
अच्छा भाई.
aggression seen throughout the
AUR भाई
Lion
ऊपर से ये लोग अच्छे से कवर दे रहे हैं एक दूसरे को.
will be the last one standing.
ओके इस बार भाई AUA वॉन पक्का करेगी. 4 बंदे अभी इसके अलावा हैं. उनका एक बंदा क्या ही करेगा.
I think Aurora has done it, right?
Nice AUR.
The first booyah for Malaysia on the world stage. There it is, Aurora Gaming.
ओके वॉन कर चुके हैं.
4 years in the making. And here we are, Aurora Gaming locks in first booyah in 4 years for Malaysia.
Incredibly tough. Must be great seeing this from them. Definitely a team, I would say, that is the epitome of taking it step by step. A rough map 1, it's okay, go again. And slowly throughout this day, they start to heat up, start to improve, and getting it finally in map 5.
And once more, the story of the survival stage up to the halfway point has been the proving grounds of the hopefuls. Aside from Vitality, every of the other favorites have been casted aside temporarily. We see India get 3 booyahs in a row, and then Malaysia adds themselves onto that name list. The only constant is still Vitality, but I think the bigger threat now are those who are hungry for that trophy, and we are seeing that on the main stage.
And you know what's crazy? We're only at the halfway mark of the day. There's still time for these teams just really come together.
Nice.
We've seen so many last-minute aggression come online. Last-minute changes that really changes the trajectory of this team. Aurora in this particular map really took it round by round, really take it fight by fight, and somehow be able to come up on top. Let's see what they have to say throughout that game.
Let's go. Go maju. Nice. Ayo. Mentality kita. Let's go, bro.
पूरी टीम को
Take your time, wise words. One step at a time.
Next match
You got 5 more rounds to go, Aurora. You can do it. There is hope. And I think, you know, when we saw Aurora get off on a good foot this round, I did say, when the stars align, Aurora can do it. They've set the record yesterday. Why not today? It's not a record-breaking round, but it's certainly enough to put them back in the conversation to contend for the top 4. First and second, still hard to break through for now, but we have 5 more rounds to do that, right? Who's to say by the end of this, Aurora is not going to be in first place or any other of these contenders. The match standings tells us that Aurora has gotten 30 big points, the big 3, and that is an incredibly advantageous boost.
Yeah, should be able to boost them forward just a little bit more forward. But Vitality and Team Apex Gaming is still going to be very, very hard to beat. The discrepancy of points between the second place and the third place is a lot after all. But once again, if you're able to go in huge in one of these maps, you are able to really play that catch up. And in Free Fire, anything is possible. There are games where you just go a little bit too early, maybe 0 points, and the next you're just suddenly getting over 30.
And I just gotta say that match standings is the projected match standings for a lot of our fans before today happened, right? With the SDA teams in the front and everyone else on the second page. But hey, crazy things have happened. This is the halfway point. We got more games to come and we'll be back in just a bit.
But काफी बेकार परफॉर्मेंस रहा है सोल स्पोर्ट्स का. ठीक है, कोई ना. AUR ने भाई क्या ही बचाया लास्ट में. नाइस नाइस.
Alright, give it up once again for Aurora! First booyah for Malaysia, 4 years in the making. Now that is amazing, and that is exactly what EWC is all about. The surprises, the suspense. I am so happy for them, Yunsul.
Yes, totally happy for Aurora Gaming.
Prediction लगाओ कि भाई कौन जीत सकता है.
Finally, we can see a comeback from Malaysia teams, and I am so happy for that. But I must talk about TAG. Souls or overall Indians teams, they are on fires today. We can all see that. And if I remember, maybe currently they're at the first ranking, right?
Yeah, this is the surge of India because this is the surprise that we needed when it comes to the survival stage. But let's go back to Aurora for a little bit, okay? That fight, that last circle was so amazing. I mean, going against a Lion and of course, going against a team that is more favorable is always a hard thing. But they had the high ground, the first booyah once again for Malaysia. The positioning and the way they win the game is just so top-notch this time.
Yes, no,
Exactly, they move very stable. All of the gameplay, game security, even the teamwork is very perfect during the game. And we can all see that the effort that they all put out. And overall, of course, we have to say, Aurora Gaming, after 3 days, this is the third day, right?
Yeah.
They have been doing the best and finally they got something sweet for themselves.
Yeah, but we're talking about your team for a little, can we?
Sure.
What exactly is going on with Team Secret? Your team keeps clashing with mine, Fatality. I mean, yeah, we have been seeing Fatality consistently making it to at least top 5, but can you just please stop bumping into our team?
Hello. We only got 4 slots, and my team is suffering trying to get that slot as well. But I do understand your frustration, of course, because we all trying to get a slot. Yeah, at this moment, I still can see Team Secret is still playing their best, still very stable, not trying to mess everything up, especially Tegui. As you guys can see, a very crazy kid, trying to have fun in this tournament, and of course, but at the end, overall, I still can see that them still having some errors, still having some issues, but I think after this game, they're still fine to top 4. Yeah. So overall, nothing happened. But why do we always meet Team Vitality and Team Secret? Always meet in a circle.
That is my question too. But hey, you saw the map reveal. It's Nextera. Nextera is our next map, and I think this will be a great place for the Southeast Asian teams to once again show them what they're made of. Now, I think it's time for us to go back to the casters.
Yes, and let's go back to the caster.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is AJ. I'm the Mustachio down here with the one and only Lucifer. We're going to be bringing you guys through the final 5 games of the day. The next map's going to be Nextera. This is where your frontliners are going to shine. This is where those shotguns, those M590s, those Mag 7s are going to come alive, Lucifer.
Next it up, we saw Team Apex Gaming already get a booyah today. And now we're going back to it, the randomized map. And Nextera should be a place again. South Asian teams find their victory. Because on the other end, Southeast Asian teams are fighting amongst themselves, trying to take away the points. The South Asians are trying to rank.
Yeah, it is everyone for themselves at this point of time. Yes, we can rally together as a nation, but out there on the battlefield, I see you, I only see points. And you are absolutely right. Team Apex Gaming scoring a massive booyah, 34-pointer on Nextera. And after that game, they haven't really been looking like that major run just yet. Let's see if or not they can jump back to that. Solara wasn't too bad for them, but Purgatory really tested the squad. A early exit from the lobby, only picking up a total of 6 points. So if there's anywhere to recover, it is here for Team Apex Gaming, because it has been a fantastic start, but they cannot slow down just yet. They need to solidify their spot in the top 4.
You saw the favorites, and right now in the most eliminations, it's KD God at 21 being the agile and also doing the heavy lifting. And yes, they have to continue it, but for the time being, it's going to be at Intellect Center, a clash between 3 squads, Toll Gaming, Lion, as well as Vitality. And Vitality have been fighting since game number 1.
Yeah, not looking good here, Diggs. One of the final players to actually land. Still got the mini Uzi in hand. Joker on the other hand, depending on his stealth fights to quickly back away from the engagements. Koja finding a knock onto Della. And Shanky saying, no, this is not for me. Although he does have a good gun in hand, they don't want to take those risks just yet. Looking to quickly reposition out there as Lion tries to overwhelm the rest of the players on the side of Vitality. Diggs taken out of the equation already. Koja bleeding out, and Joel says, this battle is just not for me.
Lion, Games King, we spoke about it. He's picking up pace, gets the confirmation on the players fallen of Vitality. On the other end, SHUL bringing their very start. That's picks on Straw Hats. Now, Toll Gaming might be late, but they are there to strike. It's going to be Aztec on Games King. Puts him down. Should be getting confirmation very soon, and Joker has to tuck his tail and make a run, but he's moving in the same direction where they pushed their opponents earlier.
Absolutely solid play here from India once again. Total Gaming looking to take over the situation. Aztec goes down on the ground. Nobody can save him just yet. Della comes in for the puncher. Time turner was pulled out, but it's the Indian squad that uses their time turner against them. Shanky popping in and out. Won't get the charge buster shut down. A double for him, but water down on the ground. And it's now up to Shanky to save the squad, but he gets taken down. It's Vitality coming back in here for some payback. And India looking to snatch away some solid points, instead get tagged up, and now left with one final survivor.
Thankfully, the fight turned in the other direction. It became again Lion. And therefore, Toll Gaming will have a breather, but they have to make a quick run. On the other end, even Team Apex Gaming had to get back their player. So a couple of revives very early in the game of next. And that is bound to happen. A lot of eliminations going back and forth. And Lion now another trouble. That's going to be Team Secret. We already saw Conchita as well as Yunsul trying to look forward to steer their teams in the direction. And it's Team Secret who have now started it off.
This is the replay from early on as DRS bumped into Straw Hats. And unfortunately, Xtrov just did not manage to get away from that situation in time. The VSS in the hands of Alu, more than enough to sort that situation out. Wolvin though caught in a tight little spot here. Shoto dropping by to see if he can help out his buddy. It is the wild west out here. Wolvin getting his glue walls broken down. Zuez wants those shots, but it's now a 2v1. Zuez has to back away from this battle. Azriel looking for the flank. If he can find this position, he might just be able to punish the Indian squad.
Sahil Jad, he's on the back lines, and Azriel has no idea about it. Finally had to put up a glue wall to stop that. And now Shoto, who was on the front line, will be shut down by Zuez. Wolvin wants to still pick the action. It's not working out, and Zuez is making mark on Team Apex Gaming, doing the damage. Sahil Jad is also caught out. He'll be put down. And Aurora, who just got the booyah, are continuing their elimination spree.
But fantastic play from Sahil Jad. He already brought in those revives. So the squad will survive to fight a little bit more. Now it's all depending on where they find the drop on the way back in. Gun Dynasty, a team that has definitely been struggling from the start of the day, looking for a major recovery. Can they use this game to do exactly that? David taken down. Vinet's out as well. It's all up to Benel, and the super savior of the squad does it again.
Always bailing the squad of Gun Dynasty, it's been Benel. Not just doing the eliminations, but also bringing them back into the game. That is a lot to ask from Benel, while he already gave his everything on day one, and that is the reason I feel like Gun Dynasty have not found their best yet. On the other end, DRS, they've always caused trouble for everybody in the lobby today, and now against Falcons. Pratik getting closer. Alu, can he put him down? And it is going to be Pratik who puts and confirms him.
Yeah, beautiful advantage there for DRS, who had the numbers to take on the Falcon player. But now TEC with one wild player moving towards the vending machine, looking to see if or not he can help out the rest of his team members. The final player alive, Kutush. It's a triple revive. He sacrifices himself for that revive, but it was well worth it. Titans Esports will stay alive in the lobby because of him. We still have 12 squads in here. Nobody has been snuffed out just yet.
5 games are done now. They know it's time to bring back those eliminations. And Total Gaming, they are the ones in trouble. Team Apex Gaming, they were troubled by Aurora, and now even Aurora going against Total Gaming, getting those eliminations quickly. Jun finds another, and that's going to be Aztec, and the last one going out. That is Total Gaming out of the race, and the very first team here on Nextera.
Total Gaming just not seeing the brighter side of their performance at this point of time. But we still do have 4 more games for them to run through, and a comeback is definitely possible. They'll have to catch up with their performance later. For the time being, 11 more still struggling out there. And DRS finding themselves yet another player from the side of Falcons. Can they punish once more? Kororo too far, on fire. Unable to set up much defenses there. Those glue wall melters just melting down every single barricade he puts up. Venus too far, on fire, will have to take the fight. Time Turner pulled out. It's a 2v1. Takuri. The backstab just not enough. Finally, they catch up with him. Took long enough. And Falcons will lose yet another player.
AJ, the DRS are the troublemakers of the lobby. They're going to try and take these eliminations out. They're going to trouble them with points. And Pina once again this time shuts down Alu. But that's not the only one. Stroix was there. It was a bait and switch. He did not even get that point.
And this is what you need to see out of Nepal if they want to climb the leaderboard. It has been a rough day for DRS. The best game we've seen out of them so far was Solara with 14 points. But 14 points is just not enough to really make your way up towards the top. You're looking at the top 4 teams making the qualifier into the grand finals. You don't have many slots available. Team Apex gaining 5 eliminations in hand so far. Shoto on the way back. He can't get involved in this battle just yet. Wolvin will have to find a way to survive this, and the Indian squads, like you said, preying on each other once again. SHUL up against Team Apex Gaming.
Tag and SHUL, it happened in the previous games as well, where SHUL ended up getting their booyah, but Wolvin now chasing Troll. Today it's not been Troll's complete day. We saw Bunny a lot more expressive. Wolvin on the other end, he has found eliminations for the team, and now running right to the race of Troll. He's only putting glue walls, but it's not going to work out. Tagger surrounding him, but Jag, he helps out somewhere, and Sahiljan gets taken down. Now Troll has an opportunity. Wolvin gets closer, and Wolvin trying to shut him down, and Troll will fall. But there was an exchange again. It is Jag. They are evening this balance. 1-for-1 elimination traded off.
Yeah, beautiful positioning by the tag players. Team Apex Gaming just showing exactly who the Apex Predator is. Just through positioning, Koja will find a wild one for himself, but unfortunately there's just a knock. They quickly recover and take him out of the equation. Vitality not in a spot to take the fight, but they'll try to force it because Dix just can't run away just yet. Joel with the cover from up top, but unintentionally Leon has just blocked away all of those shots with their positioning. And Vitality will be outnumbered here as they take the fight. Sivek has been spotted out from afar. He's got the Morse.
11
he
teams
won't be
total.
able to get away from the situation, but can he find a vending machine for the rest of his brothers? Because they are about to fall.
7 kill निकाल लिए sniping के साथ.
Lion, 12 eliminations in total. Find another. That's Dix going out of the play. On the other end, we spot Swithing a little too far.
लेकिन भाई अभी जोन के अंदर नहीं है.
He's all about that group position, but can he pick this player off? Can Lion take him out of the play, or is it going to be an opportunity? It seems like Vitality do find opportunities. We saw them earlier itself in early game. The fight with Lion, they brought it back. Vitality were able to even wound Total Gaming in that mix.
Now spending some time outside the circle here, Lion. They need to start moving, but just a tad bit entertained by Vitality and Joel. He could not get off the top spot there. Just tried to play a little bit of a advantage with that high ground, but he gets caught out. But now, as Lion try to rotate in, they're gonna have to face off against the Falcons eventually. Team Secret versus Gun Dynasty. This is gonna be a tough one for Gun Dynasty. But we've seen them go in for those mad rushes on day one. If they can pull off that aggression level once again, Team Secret might be snuffed out too early. But Secret as well are so close to the top 4. They not only need to survive, but they need those points. But TEC looking to sneak some away off of Gun Dynasty.
Gun Dynasty have not had the best winners. He might have brought them back into life. They're at the dead center right now. Team Secret also sharing a close compound. It could be an opportunity for either of these squads, but the one in the race is going to be Team Secrets. As we are at game number 6, everybody knows it's time to make sure that every elimination counts, every circle movement counts, and especially the zone shrinking itself. And right now, shrinking is going to be an opportunity for Lion as Joker gets taken down. FGL as well being used to make sure that there is no option of survival for the player of Lion.
Falcons currently in the top 3. And they want to climb up a little bit higher because they understand Lion, WAG, Aurora will not give them any bit of breathing space. And Lion's on fire right now. 16 eliminations in hand already.
nice.
And obviously jumping to the top is not going to be impossible for this squad if they can stay alive and get to that final circle. But still, placement points wise, it is very risky to get into all of these early battles. It's still too young in the game, although we're just reaching the 11th minute mark. This is where chaos will start to unfold. Vitality, on the other hand, he has revives after revives after revives. They haven't been able to recover.
Gun Dynasty, they also need a recovery that they need to put. They did it later in the day, but because of that small gap that they had in the early games, they could not make it to the top 4. And right now, that is also the trouble they're facing. Team Secret, they're slowly taking strides, which is working in their favor, and they need to make sure that it continues for them. And if it does, they will be in the top 4. And they are the recent champs, especially and they need to make sure they put their footprint here in EWC as well.
Lion का एक बंदा है इधर डाउन.
Team Secret to do that.
जो मेन प्लेयर है भाई जो गॉड जो सबसे ज्यादा जा रहा था
Match so far for Gun Dynasty. 10 eliminations and counting. Katie God with a wild AWM shot from afar. Lion as expected. Spending too long outside the zone. And now with the lightning zone caught upon them as well, it's going to be tough not just to survive, but to find those revives for the squad. We'll have to see how Gun manages this situation. DRS on the other hand, losing player after player. The shots coming on through.
GDSH में भाई तगड़ी वाली फाइट SH पर फायरिंग होते हुए
and the players on the
कंटिन्यू भाई फायरिंग करते हुए GD की तरफ से
as many points as possible as they've got a perfect vantage point here up against Straw Hats.
But Straw Hats, as they're making a run, they will be soon meeting Team Apex Gaming. With Team Apex Gaming, they have their quick attention towards Vitality. Extra.
Oh भाई continuously Tyru 94 continuously firing करते हुए.
Cornered. Shocked has been knocked. What can he do here?
Unintentional assist there from Gun Dynasty and Team Apex Gaming saying thank you very much sir, we will clean up the rest of their act.
Last zone में भाई 30 players alive. बहुत ज़्यादा बड़ी बात.
Wait for the next game. 12 eliminations in hand. And Team Apex Gaming again looking like the
पूरी
Apex
9 teams alive हैं अभी भी. और TS भाई एक सुरक्षित हाउस में होते हुए GD DRF TS भाई आपस में इनकी फाइट हो सकती है और होने लगी TS की तरफ से पड़ती हुई
past DRS to get into the next circle. If they play their timing wrong, Team Secret's going to make another early exit.
Yeah, the entire pathway towards the circle is completely empty. There's only one compound which SHUL has, and making an early rotation was
Soul के भाई सारे बंदे रिवाइव हो चुके हैं.
will win in the
Nice है,
meantime.
but
As Tag is right at the edge of the
VIT
zone,
का
the
एक ही
next
बंदा
knock
बचा है।
and continuing that form is
अगर
going
भाई
to
इस
be
बंदे ने
taking
दम
the
तोड़ा तो भाई
advantage.
VIT सेकंड नंबर पर आ सकती है।
Coming in from DRS.
TAG ऊपर
Earlier
जा
Tag
सकती
was
है,
troubling them and now DRS
because
is taking
TAG
advantage.
भी
Wolven
अभी
also gets
alive है।
eliminated.
TAG
Team
का भी
Apex
2
Gaming,
बंदे भाई
who
alive
just
हैं।
had eliminations, who are looking at top 12 in
देखते हैं
total.
क्या
Now
ही
have
देखने को
lost 2
मिलता है
players.
हमको।
Had the vending machine earlier, but because of the zone, it's compromised.
इसमें तो भाई शॉकिंग लग रहा है, पता नहीं
Looking to
क्या
take
होने वाला
down
है।
a couple of players before making the move here. Gun Dynasty
Okay, TS भाई full
shutting
team work करते
down
हुए।
the Apex Predators
Nice, nice,
themselves
nice,
from India. Team Apex Gaming out this time.
TS की तरफ
Team
से रस होते
Vitality
हुए
snuffed out as well. And
FLCN के
Falcons
ऊपर।
up against Team Secret.
ओ इसमें लगता है भाई TS के ऊपर तगड़ी भाई मारी इन लोगों ने।
Shutting them down. But
ले भाई।
unfortunately, the Circle and Aurora from
FLCN
afar will put
eliminate।
an end to that battle.
जैसा
They take
सोचा
the
वैसा
best
नहीं हुआ।
advantage and Team Secret's out as well.
लो ये भी
SHU
आउट।
Aurora and Gun Dynasty together trouble Falcons over there along with Team Secret, but
DRS
DRS
के दो
still
बंदे।
surviving. 13 total eliminations for them, but they'll game found. That's SHU
सारी
right
जो
now.
टॉप
They
5
won their
टीम्स
very
थी
first booyah.
वो
Looking
एलिमिनेट
forward
पहले ही
to
हो चुकी
another.
हैं।
Jack and Nude
अब इसमें से
together,
भाई
they're
सोल
taking
टीम के
DRS
जीतने के
down,
चांस हैं।
confirmations working their way, and look at the position they have.
सोल
On top
esports
of the
भाई
roof, will
निकालेगी
not
ये
even
वाला
let
मैच।
Aurora get closer. But
देखना भाई
before
पक्का
Aurora
एकदम,
gets any
और इनको
intention
निकालना ही
being
है।
closer, they toss a nade,
सोल
put an
कम
end
बैक
to both Gun Dynasty as well as DRS.
निकालना भाई
And
तुम
Aurora
लोगों को।
do it back to back.
Keep it up,
They
keep
got
it
a massive game at Purgatory, and here at Next Terra they are on
जो भाई
fire
इन लोगों
once
ने
again.
पिछले वाले
But
मैच में भी
SAUL
दिखाया था ना
from that high
परफॉर्मेंस
ground
अपना,
could just ruin their party,
इसी
but
तरीके
they
से
had been
दिखाना है।
distracted now
देखते
by
हैं
TEC.
TEC
Playing
ऊपर आती है कि
catch
नहीं आ
up as he
पाती
tries
है।
to make his rotation,
दोनों
but
टीम की
great
तरफ से
blue
भाई
ball
इन पर
lineup
पड़ते हुए
here,
दबाकर,
and they've left Kutush behind.
बट वो
Kutush's job is to play
बॉल
distraction
डालते
as
हुए
the
भाई
rest of
इन
the
लोगों के
players
क्लोज
make
आ
their
चुके
way
हैं
into
पूरे।
that safe haven as they line up those glue
पूरी
balls.
कोशिश
They've
सोल
given
की तरफ
Kutush
से।
a great opportunity to survive, and SAUL
Okay.
could not take advantage of that rotation.
AUR भाई
But
पीछे,
TEC needs to be
वो
careful.
भी
The
भाई
zone's catching
तगड़ा
up
वाला
with
भाई
them.
फायर चलते हुए दोनों की तरफ से।
SHUL, they might have let Aurora walk past, taking an advantage of the zone, but they need to make sure put a stop to Aurora because of the high ground advantage. Titan Esports Club, they cannot climb it. They
Advantage तो
have
भाई
to
इन
traverse
लोगों के
around
पास
it,
है,
and that's
सोल
what they're
के
planning
पास।
to do. Aurora want to spot either Titan Esports
But
Club or SHUL, who
देखते
would
हैं
make a jump for it because
किसको
right as
प्रॉब्लम सबसे
ahead
ज्यादा
of the
होती है।
game is Aurora.
The distraction now from
वो
TEC,
लोग तो भाई
Titans
जोन में है
Esports,
ऐसे।
trying to call SAUL and ask for the attention, and the Indian squad will say, no
Okay,
problem,
okay,
brothers,
okay।
I'll give it to you.
TEC की
You're
तरफ
trying to
से
take those shots. We'll find the tag.
पुश
And
मिलते
Crow
हुए।
gets the follow-up with a VSK. Kutush down. No
TEC की
pickup
तरफ से
for
रश
you.
मिलते हुए
TEC
भाई।
down by one man. That's a big disadvantage.
देखते
But
हैं,
they spot
AUR
out
versus
Aurora as well,
TEC।
who have not started moving just
ऊपर
yet.
सोल
And
बैठी है।
Aurora doesn't have to.
तीनों टीम में
Aurora
भाई
find an opening on
डर का
SHUL.
माहौल।
Let's stall. At least it will
देखते हैं भाई
stall the
कौन
fight for
जीतता है।
Titan Esports Club. Maybe a recovery for them. However, Jun could not confirm that elimination, so SHUL still have their 4 players standing on the higher ground. The
Chances तो भाई
rooftop is
सोल
still
के हैं।
working for them, but the zone
सोल
will start
esports
closing
भाई
soon. 20
दिखा
seconds
दे
left on the
यहाँ
clock.
पर।
Either of these teams need to make a play, but Aurora,
पिछली बार
they're
भी
the
इन
ones
लोगों
who
ने
have
भाई
control of the bridge, the
ऑन किया
compound,
था
the
मैच को।
entire open
इस
ground.
बार देखते हैं।
Repositioning that vehicle, looking to quickly get
बट
to the
भाई
opposite
AUX ने
side
भाई
of the
वो
circle if
AUR
they
ने
need to, but they
पोजीशन
want to
अपनी
see
बहुत
what
बढ़िया
the
ली
move
है।
is like from SHUL as well as
चांसेस इनके भी
Titans
बहुत ज्यादा
Esports. You can see the Cassie's
देखते
electrotherapy
हैं कौन
connected
बाजी
already
मारता है।
between
Come
Blade
on,
and
come
Rahat.
on.
That's going to be a
Come on,
massive
guys.
advantage here for the Bangladeshi squad.
Come on।
But India up top, SHUL.
क्या सोल नीचे आ पाएगी
jump off
टीम?
of that roof, but they'll
सोल
be
नीचे आ
forced by
पाएगी?
the circle now. And this is going to cause chaos between them and TEC.
TEC के ऊपर रस मार दिया सोल ने।
Okay,
एक बंदा नॉकआउट। सोल का भी एक बंदा नॉकआउट। 2-3 बंदे भाई अगेन एंड अगेन नॉकआउट। एक बंदा बचा है। एलिमिनेट। एलिमिनेट भाई एक बंदा बचा था। AUR ने बाजी मार ली। नाइस
Is what Aurora end up pulling. And for Malaysia, they
Aurora
wanted to
Gaming
rise
की
up the
टीम ने
ranks,
भाई
they want to
बाजी
get the
मार ली
points, they wanted to make it to the top 4 and not be eliminated here from the survival stage. The counterparts from Southeast Asia, majority of them have already made it in. What a game again from Aurora. From so many jaws of death, and SHUL having the advantage, they still make a rotation faster under the noses of SHUL and make it across in an advantageous position for themselves.
We've usually said about how Axel definitely carries
में
the
भाई
squad with the sniper and
काफी
Suez
अच्छा
on the front
परफॉर्मेंस
lines.
दिखाया है
But this
अरोरा
time I
गेमिंग
have
की
to
टीम
say,
ने
everybody stepped up on the side of Aurora. The game at Nextera was even better than what they showed us at
भाई एक बार
Purgatory. They are on a mighty roll
ऊपर
now.
चढ़ के भाई
And just through 2
गलती कर दी
games,
उन्होंने
they've gotten more than 60 points. How incredible is that?
बट अरोरा
This
गेम की
team,
टीम ने भाई
the
लास्ट
players
में
have
बाजी
not
मार
seen
ली
the
है
international stage for so
क्योंकि
many
दो
years,
टीम्स
and to
में
make a
आपस में
comeback
फाइट
like
चल
this
रही थी
on the survival
बीच में
stage
उन्होंने
shows
पूरा
us
फायदा उठा
that they
लिया
truly have got what
और
it takes to
वॉर्न
climb the
कर चुके हैं
leaderboard.
वो
But
दो
is it
मैच
going to be enough to squeeze themselves into
नाइस
the top
नाइस
4 because
बंदों
they
की मेहनत
lagged
है भाई
behind in the initial couple of games?
ये
Yeah.
देख सकते हैं आप लोग
When we started the day, we were talking about it. Aurora have potential. They have the Axel, but
Yeah.
it's only him so far that we were witnessing. Azriel was looking good. Let's hear
काफी अच्छी
them.
प्लेयर थी काफी अच्छी सारे बंदे एक बार चैट पे स्पैम कर दो ओपी
And I have to say, just with
और
2
next
games
match की
alone,
prediction दो
they might have done it.
कौन सी
They
टीम
might
next
be
match
in
में
the
win
top
करेगी
4 with an incredible jump.
देखते हैं
Malaysia keeping the hopes
क्या ही
and
होता है
dreams alive for the nation. The only
टीम में खुशी
representative
का
of
माहौल है
Malaysia showing everyone
होना
that
चाहिए
when you dream and when
मेहनत
you
है भाई
hustle,
बंदों
you
की
definitely can pull away a shocker of a gameplay. I mean, not just getting the booyah, right? But the back-to-back booyah on the survival stage when you've got so much time, they just could not continue their run. Unlike what we saw at Bermuda earlier on in game number 2, and Aurora gaining 32 points through the 20 eliminations and the booyah.
We were talking about potentials, right? Aurora showed us that potential yesterday, almost a record-breaking performance, and we thought, hey, this, if pulled off a little earlier, they could have qualified in the top 4 before they stepped into the survival
32
stage.
पॉइंट्स गेन किए हैं अरोरा गेमिंग की टीम ने और सोल स्पोर्ट्स ने भी 26 पॉइंट्स कम है बट कोई नहीं हम लोग इनको बराबर पोजीशन दे सकते हैं बट 6 पॉइंट्स भी मैटर करते हैं बहुत ज्यादा एक एक पॉइंट मैटर करता है कोई नहीं सबसे खराब भाई परफॉर्मेंस टोटल गेमिंग की टीम का रहा है जो कि 4 पॉइंट्स मिले हैं इनको कोई नहीं
on the previous Nextera map
अगली
definitely
बार हो
put them
सकता है इनका
in the
परफॉर्मेंस ज्यादा
process
अच्छा
of
रहे
everybody, right?
ठीक है हम लोग वेट करते हैं नेक्स्ट मैच कब स्टार्ट होता है
This time they have managed to
Okay,
step it up once again.
देखते
It is
हैं।
a beautiful game that they have played in here, but S8UL, their journey is not over just yet. They have got a few more maps to travel through. Hopefully they can keep the momentum up.
Let's see what momentum is going to be there, because right now, in momentum terms, we have Team Secret's interview with Yunsul. Let's send it over.
Thank you to our caster, Yusul, and welcome back to the stage. And right next to me is PS1 from Team Secret. So let's have a little chit chat with him, shall we? Into our first questions. We have just passed halfway through the day and you are on the cusp of being in the top 4. So what do you need to do for the rest of the day to keep yourselves in the competition? Well, would it be mechanic or even a teamwork? Xin chào PS1. Thì đến với câu hỏi đầu tiên là chúng ta đã đi qua được nửa ngày thi đấu rồi. Và tất nhiên là cũng sẽ chỉ còn lại 4 trận đấu nữa mà thôi. Thì cả đội của mình là sẽ cần phải chấn chỉnh những gì thì có thể là tạm thời giữ nguyên cái vị trí của mình trong cuộc đua đến với top 4 hiện tại à.
Thì em nghĩ team của em chỉ cần giữ vững tinh thần và
एक बार दोबारा से प्रेडिक्शन दें आप लोग
100% vô top 4
कि कौन सी टीम आपको लगती है कि भाई इस बार वॉन
So
करेगी
overall for PS1, we just need to be stable for our
काफी
mental
अच्छी
and
परफॉर्मेंस रही है
also
भाई
keep
सोल
reduce
स्पोर्ट्स
our
की भाई
small
काफी
errors.
अच्छी
And
परफॉर्मेंस
that
रही
should
है
be 100% for
क्योंकि
us
उन लोगों ने
to
लास्ट
secure
वाला
the
मैच
spot in the grand
भी
finals.
वॉन किया था
So to the second questions, you came into this event as champions of the C
देखते हैं
regular
नेक्स्ट मैच में
seasons,
शायद से वो लोग
but
कमबैक
also
करें
the FMVP of the tournament as well, but have struggling for the consistency here in Paris. So what do you think has been going on in some of these games? Thì tất nhiên là Team Secret đã đến đây với một cái vị trí rất là nổi bật, đó chính là nhà vô địch của giải đấu C vừa rồi của chúng ta, và đặc biệt bạn cũng là FMVP của giải đấu vừa rồi nữa. Nhưng mà đến với Paris lần này thì có vẻ như là đội của mình đang khá là chật vật ở trong các trận đấu vừa qua. Thì không biết là đội của mình đang gặp phải những chuyện gì thì có thể chia sẻ với các bạn khán giả được không ạ?
Em nghĩ chắc là lý do lớn nhất là do team em là lần đầu tham gia EWC. Thì một phần là do sức khỏe chưa đảm bảo, nhưng mà kiểu lâu quá cũng chưa bắn giải với nhau nhiều á, cho nên là 4 thành viên vẫn chưa gắn kết như hồi xưa.
Oh, so I think this is our first time joining the EWC, so that's why it's kind of strange for us about everything. But the second thing is our health is not, it's not stable at all. Getting used to the timeline here, and everything about our health as well. And the third thing is we have been used together. We haven't played, especially in the tournaments, for a pretty long time. So that's why our team is not that strong and not having that strong connections anymore. So I would like you to ask you another questions, and this will be my final questions as well. We are having many teams, many C teams in this group as well, but I can see one team that used to be the underdogs of the C, which is Aurora, and now they rise up. So how do you think about them? Because I think that you also have a race with Aurora and Team Falcons as well. Thì đến với câu hỏi thứ ba cũng sẽ là câu hỏi cuối cùng. Thì chúng ta hiện tại là có khá là nhiều team C ở trong cái bảng lần này. Nhưng mà tất nhiên có vẻ như là đội tuyển mà chúng ta không đánh giá mấy là cao nhưng lại vô cùng nổi bật hiện tại, đó chính là Aurora Gaming đến từ Malaysia. Vậy hiện tại thì Du Xuân nghĩ rằng là các bạn cũng sẽ đang có một cái cuộc đua rất là cạnh tranh cùng với Team Falcons cũng như là Aurora lần này. Thì bạn nghĩ thế nào về Aurora khi mà họ có vẻ như là vừa có đó cho mình một cú đúp booyah vậy ạ?
Ban đầu thì em nghĩ là Aurora đã bị loại khỏi cuộc đua top 4, nhưng mà sau 2 game thì họ có vẻ là đối thủ đáng gờm mà bọn em phải cạnh tranh.
Các bạn có nghĩ là mình sẽ cần phải lên một cái chiến thuật gì đó ngay lập tức để có thể là cạnh tranh với họ lần này không?
Nói chung là
at first we thought that Aurora will get kicked off of the top 4, but overall right now we can all see that they bounce back really fast, and this is a race, and we can also see that they are very strong contenders to us. But we do not care about other teams. We only care about ourselves, and that is how we rise up once again. So everyone, thank you so much for your listening, and I do really hope that Team Secret can bounce back really strong at this time. Now, let's head back to the studio.
Human body was built to move, not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours. Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
Hello everyone, looks like okay, Bombshell. It's a big fan of Apex right now. I mean, what can I say? They are doing so good. They are firing me up right now. Oh, I got this energy over here in the crowd. You guys already know the parents of Shoto.
जल्दी से नेक्स्ट मैच जो स्टार्ट हो रहा है हम लोग देखते हैं कौन सी टीम इस बार बीट करेगी
Good job. He's
और
amazing.
पूरा जानते थे
But right
सोल
now I want to
स्पोर्ट्स
talk
भाई
to
अच्छा
you,
परफॉर्मेंस देगी
dude.
दोबारा
I
से
mean, what is the feeling to see finally a team from India doing so well in a World Championship?
It's great feeling for us, specifically for India teams. We are here after 7 long years at international stage. Back home, everyone is cheering for them, and these guys have made everyone proud back home. So yeah, we are rooting for them, and hopefully they will make it to finals from here.
Wow, and what that would mean for India to have an India team winning a World Championship?
It's gonna be a very massive thing, not only in Free Fire, in the esports community in India. It's gonna be a very massive thing if we win it from here. Everyone back home, they are already rooting for the boys, for all the 3 Indian teams who are representing here. So we all are of course rooting for all the Indian teams who are participating here, and hopefully boys should carry this flag up, and we'll be cheering for them.
Amazing, I love that. For real, love that. Okay, I want to know what kind of celebration you guys will do back home if Apex win EWC 26? Huh? Who can you share with me?
There would be really big celebrations back home, but we will be feel really proud if we do make it to the finals. As of now, we are not yet out of the woods. There's still 5 games to go, and we are in a position where we can't really complain. It's not good, it's not bad. We are at an even kill. But if we go on in the finals, we qualify for the finals, and our aim is to end in the top 3 as of now. We are not looking at the top slot as of now because there are really good teams in the group. I realize that. So our feet are firmly on the ground as of now. But yes, if we do win, that would be a huge blast back in India. It would be endless celebrations.
Amazing, I love that. Can I go to India?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe some good food?
Yes. Exactly, yes.
Would you teach me some moves from India?
ओ सेलिब्रेशन चलते हुए बंद करो भाई, बंद करो इसको फालतू का डांस करते करते भाई कोई नहीं
Yeah, you don't want to see my moves.
कब मैच स्टार्ट
We
होता है
can
बस
definitely
करो
give it a
भाई
try,
बहुत हुआ
but it's just not going to be happening. By the way, welcome
देखते हैं
back.
नेक्स्ट मैच को
6 games have gone by, and we have none other than Husky, Neptune, Lace, the 7WG here. Yours truly. I gotta say this because Neptune, you got a chance to curse earlier on when it was to Aurora, and we have the savior for Aurora. And for everybody currently watching at home, don't forget that you can earn rewards in game. Support your local team, qualify to the finals, and you're gonna end up being the champion of a lot of awesome stuff. Some predictions in there too. So make sure you log into Free Fire, participate, and continue watching EWC for those in-game rewards. But talking about Aurora Husky.
Yes, I've been waiting for this moment, Neptune. I've been waiting for this moment for so long. I can finally say the A word, Aurora on top, baby. I only have one word written on this cue card. Look, it's Rora. Nothing else but Rora. They're gonna make it to the finals at this point.
Celebration
Early
बहुत
on when I was
हुआ
on the
जल्दी से मैच
test
को
with
स्टार्ट
Ash,
करो
I did say when
बहुत
Aurora
उत्सुकता हो
gets
रही है
things going, when the
भाई
stars
बहुत
start
चल रहे
aligning,
हैं
when they start
नेक्स्ट
getting a
मैच
couple
में
of
कौन बढ़िया
eliminations,
करेगा
the snowball's gonna start rolling, and they did
देखते हैं
it.
भाई
2 rounds in a row,
हारता है भाई
baby.
नेक्स्ट
2
मैच में
rounds, 4 more to go, Aurora. Let's get it. Let's get it. Give me 4 more. 4 more booyahs.
Not biased whatsoever, but 4 more I just got that.
They want to bring it all home.
We've seen teams being able to get 3 booyahs, 4 more booyahs. I'm going to hold you to that one. And trust me, you'll be back here with us as well. But let's talk about some of this game. Because the performances out of this squad, to be completely
वॉल्विन
honest,
को भाई ऊपर ही नॉकआउट ले लिया ऊपर ही नॉकआउट ले लिया DRX ओके काफी अच्छी फाइट चल रही है DRX और TAG में GD और TAG में ओके टीम बाय आउट
Previous Booyah was just a great motivation for them. They know exactly what they need to do right now to find the final circle, and that is
पूरी
what
टीम
is
बाय आउट कर दी
important.
और
And
100
a lot of
esports
people
ने
will
तो
be
भाई
saying that they're camping.
इसकी तो लगी
That's
नंबर
just
की परफॉर्मेंस है
That's just something that they need to do right now, especially with how fast everyone has been taking all those elimination. And it's a good thing as well as in terms of role, they are sticking to it. There's no crossover already, not really splitting up that much. Thus, the strength of Aurora is just growing.
Yeah, for Aurora, I don't think it's camping. I think it's just like you were saying, being tactical, and the eliminations are showing up for it. Keep in mind what we were talking about earlier. The top 2 squads, boy, their elims are just insane today. And talking about those top 2 squads, I love that the Apex dad was just kind of chilling at Apex Gaming. He was just like being realistic too. We're not pushing for that top spot, but we are pushing for them to end up being in the top 3, like Shoto has said at the beginning of the day, because on that top spot right now, Vitality is still just performing so well.
Yeah, well, let me sort of bring in 2 storylines for you, because obviously we started the day talking about Team Falcons and Team Vitality, and it looks like those 2 teams were just kind of out in front and above the rest. But what sort of happened is like the fall off of the Falcons, but not Vitality. You find that like these juggernaut teams come out swinging, but one has to crumble. Then we would bring in, you know, like Apex Gaming into the mix now. So something for like Team Falcons, their aim would to be sort of to get to
VIT शायद से जाएगी क्योंकि ये टॉप 1 पर चल रही है इस टाइम 80 एलिमिनेशंस हैं जो कि 80 और एपेक्स गेमिंग के टीम एपेक्स गेमिंग और विटैलिटी भाई ये लोग तो भाई पक्का जाएंगे बट प्रॉब्लम भाई यहाँ से स्टार्ट होगी क्योंकि एलिमिनेशंस यहाँ से भाई बहुत ज्यादा डिक्रीज हुए हैं एपेक्स गेमिंग के बाद डिक्रीज ही हैं ये मानो भाई 20 का भाई
डिस्क्रिमिनेशन But Team Vitality didn't get that goddamn memo because they have not been slowing down. Obviously, you know, we're speaking about Aurora and bringing them into the mix as well to see them sort of surpass the Falcons. It is going to be incredibly tight in that top of the leaderboard, but I don't think no one's touching Team Vitality at this point in time, and they might not be able to do it in the next couple of matches.
And you can see how tight it is. I mean, right now, you're looking at the top 4. Lion currently finishing that top 4 and winning that tiebreaker at the moment. Team Falcons is going to be there as well. SAUL, we